me go to my profile. If not, I'll just tell you where, like, how to get to it. You know. It should be in media, right?
Stop it! You have the zoomies!
It's a Monster Hunter one.
You're fine!
Let's see. Is there anything? No, it shouldn't be in there. Yeah, it should be in broadcasts. It's not in broadcast? Okay. Okay, you're gonna, on your iPad. Okay. Your method with a capital M. Methods. Yeah. Yeah, there's an S at the end of that. HODS. No space. There's no spaces. Capital AND. Capital MAYHEM. Should pop up there.
Wait, what? Say that last bit of it.
MAYHEM.
Showing Ryan some weapon.
Yeah. Alright. Just turn down your sound. Did you, how's the delay?
Are you spinning around in a circle?
Okay, I'm climbing up a ladder right now and I'm nearing the top. Like, I'm at the top right now.
Delayed. You just barely got on.
Okay. I'm gonna, so the weapon in my hands, I'll wait until you see it. Oh.
Okay, I see it.
This is the Chikage. It's my favorite weapon, I guess.
It's a katana.
Yeah, it's a katana. Its transformation sheathes it in blood.
Ooh.
And it slowly leaches the blood from your health pool. Tell me when you see it. Alright. Has a lot of cool moves. Yeah. Has pretty fun moveset. A lot of damage. I think my AR with all the blood damage should be 700 about. Which I think I just showed. Ah, that's actually kind of a little. So that's the Chikage. Alright. This is a blood tinge weapon. Another blood tinge weapon is the Bloodletter. It's a mace.
And is that what you're holding now?
Yeah, it's what I'm holding now.
No.
You see it now?
Yeah, I'm surprised that this says that it's for 180p.
480. Wait, what? I'm very confused.
Sorry, whatever. It's fine.
Okay.
It's just grainy.
Yeah, it's gonna be. This is the transformation.
Hey, and you're still going around it. So
Yeah, it'll. Yeah.
it catches up. It's fine.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, you just stabbed yourself. Oh, it's huge.
This has a lot of good attacks, which include doing frenzy damage. I gotta heal or else I'll die. Which does a lot of damage at once. That's a special move. Has poking attacks. This doesn't leech, but the transformation costs a sizable chunk of health.
Yeah.
So that is the two, like, really good blood tinge weapons, I guess you'd call them. I'm gonna go from the Hunter's Axe and downwards.
Okay.
So, this is the Hunter's Axe. Yeah, it's an axe that can extend into a halberd. Simple attacks, rather powerful, and some poking attacks and long range, like,
Oh, so it just transforms into a bigger axe. That's really cool.
yeah. You can buy this right now if you want it. Okay?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So that is the Hunter's Axe. This is the threaded cane. I'll wait until you catch up. See it?
No, I do.
Alright. This is the threaded cane. It acts like a normal straight sword, relatively, from Dark Souls. I'll let you catch up now.
Yeah, I see you swinging.
Alright. It also has its transformed version, which makes it a whip sword. See it? Just gotta wait a second.
There you go.
Now this whip sword,
Backwards.
yeah, you hold it backwards. It has, yeah, has very long attack range, pretty decent crowd control, but lower damage overall. It's a good weapon though. I enjoy it. Alright, let's switch to some other ones. Okay, like the threaded cane, this is the beast cutter. I'm just gonna show it off, and then when you catch up, you'll see it. It's a strength version of the threaded cane, so it has like heavier hits, but still that long range attacking vibe. Fun weapon. Next weapon is the Beast Hunter's Scythe. Not Scythe, Scythe. It's a good one. The Beast Cutter.
Beast cutter.
It is a DLC weapon, but it's really good. You can. The DLC is worth it, and you are going to be buying it. Okay? This is non-negotiable. DLC is so good in this game. It has a bunch of cool weapons. Has so much more story. Yeah. Next weapon is the Beast Hunter's Scythe with an F at the end, no TH. No SCYTH, it's SAIF. Has a neat little moveset, kind of moves around. Have some smackdowns, good. I like its transformed version because it does chase downs really well. Which the transformed version is just like the Saw Cleaver. In its normal version. Alright?
So it's just longer? Oh, okay, I see it.
So the first version with it pointing backwards is untransformed. And the version where it's closed is its transformed version. Which is, it's a fun weapon.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop on the next two. Alright. Next one I'm talking about is the Church Pick. This is a weapon you can get in base game. It's a church weapon. This does piercing damage, which, fun fact, everything in this game is weak to piercing damage, so this thing kind of kills it. So it's a lot of poking attacks and slashing attacks. And then its transformed version is a pick on the end of it. And it does just a lot of piercing attacks.
Oh, interesting.
It's a fun weapon. It's a good weapon too. I don't use it personally because I have other weapons I like, but I think I could honestly learn to love this weapon. Next weapon is the Burial Blade. This is the only scythe that you can get in game. So it attacks like just a base weapon in its base form. Has some pretty cool charge attacks. Not really, kind of boring. You know, basic. Alright? You see it?
What? Sorry, one sec.
Oh.
Oh, wait, sorry. Go one more. Okay, I see it.
Okay.
Sorry, I was seeing. It came up on my PlayStation now, and I'm seeing if it's gonna be the same latency. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Okay, I see it.
Okay. This is the burial blade. It comes in two pieces. The sword version.
Oh wow, that's pretty freaking cool.
And then it comes in the scythe version.
So, AKA. Wait, are you spinning around right?
I'm fighting an enemy right now.
Oh, it's a little bit better.
Yeah. It's an interesting weapon. I'm gonna move back and switch so I can show you the rest. This is the Kirk hammer. You can buy this right now. Alright, the one I'm just equipping right now. It is a big sword attached to it. So... Oh shoot, yeah, you should probably turn off one of them then.
Yeah, I'm turning off one of them, don't worry.
Yeah.
So, your thing is a sword and then transform into a hammer?
Yeah, so you can transform into a big hammer, which does a lot of very big slam attacks. This is a good strength weapon. You can get it right now. I don't like it personally, but it's, I mean, people like it. Next weapon.
So it's the hammer that I can...
Yeah, it's the hammer you can buy right now.
Why you don't like it?
I just think there's better weapons. In this game, I run with skill more than strength, because skill and like Blood Tinge and Arcane, in my opinion, at least in this game, work better than if you try strength builds. But I don't do much strength builds. And the only strength weapon I really use is the Beast Claws, which you should have seen earlier, because those were the weapons I was using to jump around a ton. So, the weapon I have on my back right now... The Chichikage? No. This weapon I have right now is the Ludwig's Holy Blade. It's a straight sword like the Kirk hammer, but it turns into a great sword, which has good slashing attacks, a good poke attack with its R2. Like, just a solid poke attack. Ooh, that's good damage. I don't even have this thing spec'd. Tell me when you're...
Okay, 284.
Not bad. That's with 0 upgrades. Next two I'm gonna be showing you. They are a DLC weapon. Okay. So just keep in mind when you get the DLC, these things are in them. The sword I'm holding on my back is the Holy Moonlight sword. It's Ludwig's blade. It turns into the Moonlight Greatsword from every other Souls game, except Sekiro, because no personal weapons. Good on damage. It's an arcane weapon and strength. It is made by the same people. Made by Miyazaki, all that stuff. It's from FromSoft. Good game. The next one is Simon's Bowblade. This is a blade, a curved blade, with a normal attack on it. Some charged attacks. And then it has a bow in it. Holy cow. Oh wait, does this scale with Blood Tinge? Yes, it does. Okay, that makes sense why I did so much damage on just one shot. Oh, and it's +6. Yeah, it's just a bow. It costs Quicksilver bullets, but it's pretty good. Alright. Next one I'm showing... Oh, wait. Yeah. Next one I'm showing you is a rapier, which is called Rider Palash. You get this in the same place you get Chikage. Alright. Tell me when you see it, or when I switch. This has a rapier moveset. And then when you use the transformed version, it turns into a gun, but in the other hand. So you can do stabbing attacks, and you can shoot. It's so if you want to do, like, a lot of people like to put, like, a cannon in their offhand, and then they'll walk up to an enemy, parry it, and then blast them with a cannon. It allows for a clean hit and a lot of damage on an enemy. It's a decent weapon. It's not bad. None of the weapons in this game are One is Rakio. It's a curved sword. It's from the DLC. It's a pretty fun weapon. It's dagger. Tell me when you're caught up. Alright. This thing, it has just a normal base moveset. Stabs, pokes, all that stuff. Its heavy attack has a little slash up, or a form is where it really shines, because it has a lot of dual attacks, in which it just attacks a lot and does a lot of damage. It has, the R2 attacks are just consecutive pokes attacks, which you'll see in a sec here. And the L2 attacks are some spinning attacks, which do a lot of damage, and, like, very fast, if you have it spec'd right. I don't have it spec'd right, so it's not going to do hardly any damage.
What is that guy?
He's an executioner. He's a dude in this area. Alright. Moving on. We have some normal weapons from the base game. Have the rifle spear, which is a spear with a bunch of poking attacks, which you'll see in a sec here. Which can also transform into a blunderbuss. Oh wait, I messed up. Nope, I'm dead. Actually, no, I'm fine. Oh yeah, it's that. No, that's hard to parry with. I don't use this weapon often, but it's a weapon you can use. It's not bad. This is a powder keg hunter weapon. It's decent. I like it, but I don't use it often. Used to be meta. Next weapon we got is a strange one. It has the same moveset transformed and untransformed. It has an R2, which is kind of a poke, but when you transform it, that's the spring on the back pulls back in. I'll give you a second. So, when you charge this up, it lets you let out a huge attack when you have it spring loaded. Let me know when you see it, because, you know, I want to at least have you see it. Alright. The next two are DLC weapons. One is the Whirligig Saw. This is a very fun one. The first form is a club that you can just beat people with, you know, decent. And the second form is a saw. Oh, shoot. This adds in a little bit extra damage. It's a strength weapon. Oh, I'm getting hit a lot. Has a charged attack where you just charge it, let it rip, and it lands on the floor and goes for a few more seconds. Does a bit extra damage there. Pretty good. Its L2 is just like a pizza cutter. It just kind of goes in a saw, and you can't really stop it, unless you get hit out of it, of course. But it's a pretty good weapon. Has a really cool transforming attack from the club, which you pull it and you rip it up. Also a good transforming attack out of the club, where you just grab it and hit him with it. Ouch. Alright. Next one we got is the Boom Hammer. It's quite like the... Oh, I'm not paying attention. It's quite like the Stake Driver, which is that dagger one that I was using earlier. Except for the fact that it just laces your attacks with fire, and it allows for a huge explosion on one of their attacks. So, when you charge it, your attacks will have a fire effect out of them. Oh. And your heavy attack, it's not like a permanent fire effect. You would have one hit for the fire to work, and then after that you have to redo it. It does consume a lot of the durability of the weapon, but it's a pretty good weapon nonetheless. Alright, next two weapons are base game. Oh shoot, I got a biggins. Alright, this is the Ligarius wheel. I actually am unfamiliar with this weapon. I have never really used it. It's a strength weapon, and it's really all I know about it. My buddy likes it a lot, but it's pretty good. I've seen some cool stuff happen with it. It has, I think some arcane it. Oh wait, that's just my gun. Yes. That's the transform moveset. It kind of rolls. It rolls a bit. Not as good as the Whirligig saw when it comes to like rolling, but it's a good weapon. I like it. And you can spin it to activate. I think that it's like a hex. Then it'll. Yeah, it's a good weapon. I don't use it often because it's just not my style. Alright, next weapon is a mace called Tonitrus. This weapon is a must-have for playing through the game because it deals extra damage against certain types of enemies that don't take much damage from conventional means. This mace is sparking, has the same moveset as its base form, but it has a low durability. When you activate it, it lets a spark, like it puts a spark on your weapon, and it lets you hit enemies that are immune to a lot of other types of attack with that. Doesn't last for long, the spark. Does good damage, but the problem is the transformed form uses up a lot of durability. Like after just using it for these guys, like it was at 100 before this. Just transforming it, I'll show you. It's at 92 out of 100. So just killing a few enemies took it down a sizable chunk. I already showed you Bloodletter. That's a really fun one. Alright, we're nearly done. We only got, what, like 2 more? 3 more? This next one's a DLC weapon, so just keep it in mind. This is the Amygdalin Arm. It's a club in its base form. Just, you can brutalize enemies with. It doesn't have much variety in its attacks. It's just a lot of hitting the ground a lot, and yeah. I think it's heavy attack. It lands in the ground, and you can pull it up, and then it does extra. Yeah. So a good weapon in that form. Second form is where it shines. This is a strength and arcane weapon. Quite strange. It's kind of a whip, and the Amygdalin Arm kind of moves on its own. And so its heavy attack is just it just attacks on its own, which is quite cool. You should see it right about now. Alright. So, pretty good weapon. It's a DLC weapon. It's a good one, though. I might be missing like 1 or 2 weapons, but I'm not sure which they'd be. The next weapon we're using is the Beast Claw. You saw the transformed version of this, like with the rune earlier when I was helping you out. But simple version, it's just like claw slashes, claw pounds. Oh, that was good damage. And yeah, it's a good weapon. I like it personally. It's fun to use. It has a hissing in the background as long as you use it. There's a way to get this early game. There's a certain dungeon you can go to get it pretty early in the game. But, you know, it's a fun weapon, honestly. Alright, next one is the Cause Parasite. You saw me using this earlier, but it's not effective unless you have the transformed version. It's just your fist if you don't have the rune that goes with it. If you don't have the rune that goes with it, you're not going to be able to use it correctly. And that's the whole tentacle garbojo. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the weapons. I might be missing one. Ouch. Alright. Foul Beast. Personally, I love using Bloodletter and Chikage. I just love Blood Tinge builds because it's just satisfying to hit for like a combo of 4,000 damage. Yeah, they're fun. I am covered in blood right now. Goodness, it's a lot. So yeah, that's all of them, I guess. Yeah. Fun stuff. A lot of good weapons. They added a ton of them in the DLC. That's why I was prefacing that they're from the DLC. So, play the game and then get the DLC. That's what I recommend, is just when you want to, like, expand it. Because the DLC adds so many more cool weapons. Like, not better, but they're sick. Pardon me. Got burping. Alright. So, which one are you thinking about? Because I can help you find a weapon. You know.
I have no idea, to be honest. They all look pretty cool.
They're all super fun. They're all good. I think the Kirkhammer and Ludwig's Holy Blade are kind of boring. So, I wouldn't recommend them, because I did them for my first playthrough, and they were simple and easy to use, but, like, I don't feel like I got skillful with them. I just kind of backed up and attacked.
I was thinking the threaded cane sounds pretty cool.
Oh, you want to do a threaded cane thing? Ooh.
That's not, right? That sounds
The threaded cane's a fun weapon. If you learn how to use it right, it's typically you'll use it like with arcane, is typically what it goes with, or arcane and dexterity, like skill. You'll typically buff it, you'll typically use other stuff with it, because it does have a little bit of arcane scaling, and you can boost that also. It's a fun one. You can use 2 weapons, remember this. You're not limited to just one. So, let's just keep in the back of our mind, the threaded cane's an option.
The one that spoke to me was the one that doesn't have the best durability. Like,
The Tonitrus, the mace? Hey, you can use it fine. Hey, you could use it just fine. You just have to go to the workshop and repair it a little bit more often. It's a good weapon. I'm not saying it's not. The problem I have with it, like I keep it on me a lot when I'm going through certain areas. The problem with it is it goes through durability like crazy. Like if I just click the transform a bunch of times and then enter, oh wait, no. It just doesn't have a lot. I think it's, you have to hit someone while transformed. It just doesn't have a lot of durability, but it's a good weapon. I like it. I think you'd have fun with it too. Let's see, strength and arcane. So yeah, you could do, yeah, I would say you go to Nitrous and maybe the Logarius wheel. That would be fun. I mean, that would be a good mashup. Logarius wheel, you can, I think, I typically just kill an NPC and then buy it after I get his badge, because I don't like his whole shtick. But you know, the church pick's fun. I like the church pick a lot. I should use it more often. It's a cool weapon. It reminds me of Dark Souls 3 scythes, which are my best weapons in Dark Souls 3. So you know.
I was thinking probably maybe that instead of the wheel.
I think this also has a what's it called, scaling? It has a C scaling in Dex.
What's behind that big door?
What big door?
The big door behind the bonfire.
Hmm? Oh, that's just on the other side. That's where the big dude is. Oh wait, I don't have a. The dude that we mollywopped and you got the torch from. A different. Yeah, we killed it, but I mean, the door's still there and it'll respawn. It's just it's a base enemy. Nice. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop the broadcast and then. The mace. Okay, that's actually not hard to get to. It's you can get it relatively early on. You have to die, I think, once to get it, because there's a certain area you can only reach to if you let yourself die. It's fine. You can get your stuff back. You just go back to the area and kill the dude again. It's really not a bad thing. Dying in this game is, it's like whatever. It's like, oh, I died. Okay, I'll go pick up my echoes and be fine. Yeah. So we're gonna work your way towards, what was it again? Shoot, I'm deaf. Dumb. No. We're going to get you the Nitrous. That's the mace that sparks. That'll be fun. It's an interesting weapon. It doesn't have a transformed moveset, but it does have some shock damage. And just about every weapon in the game, as long as they don't have like a special thing to them, you can put paper on. Except for like blood-tinged weapons And the paper will add like a shock effect or a fire effect like I did with the claws right before the cleric beast fight. You know. Let me end this broadcast real quick.